There will be no new diesel and petrol cars sold in the UK from 2030 onwards. This is something that scares a lot of people because they think, well, we don't have the infrastructure. The infrastructure is pretty good. It's always improving, but it could get better. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can help badger your council or landowners or pubs or whoever to get these installed. And they'll even get them for free. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not. I live in Canterbury, and Canterbury City Council have done a really good job at putting quite a few chargers all around the place. Loads of car parks have them. One multi-storey car park I think has about 10 on each level. So it's quite impressive what they've done. Unfortunately, most of these chargers require an app or an RFID card. And that's just not convenient for visitors. You can't expect tourists to come to your city and have to download an app just to get some charge. That's the reason rapid chargers are so good, because they're contactless. Anyone can visit Canterbury, rock up in their car and charge. And the problem we have right now is that the Great British High Street is in decline, and it has been for a long time. So many shops are closing. Even at Canterbury Cathedral, one of the most famous places in the country, there are shops directly opposite that are closed, and they have been for years. So our high street is a real problem, and we need to try and get people into town and spending money in the high street. And a great way of doing that is with rapid chargers. Anyone that has an EV and goes on a long distance drive will plot their course depending on where there are chargers. Now, if people are driving to the Channel Tunnel, for instance, from anywhere else in England, they might stop in Canterbury if there's a rapid charger. They would be inclined to stop here, get some charge, and get a coffee or go to a restaurant or see the shops. So it's such a glaring omission not having any rapid chargers. And the reason is just simply because the councils, I think, assume that they cost a lot of money to put in. This is why the offering from Instavolt and Osprey is so good. They put the charger in, you just have to find a place to put them. This is a coach park in Canterbury, and it's right next to a supermarket, just over there. You've got a welcome centre currently closed, and you've got a really nice river walk where you can walk into town. This is an absolutely perfect place to have rapid chargers. And obviously it does get pretty full with coaches, but just along here there are some spaces for caravans to be, and they could easily put in a few chargers just over there. And it takes no effort at all from the council to do it. There are some things to consider before you decide to put in a rapid charger. Firstly, it has to be well signposted. So the coach park here, at the moment there's just a sign up there that says coach park. Now they would have to, if you put in rapid chargers, you would want to make sure that there's a sign there that says rapid chargers this way. Because when you're an EV driver, you do get used to just driving around in circles trying to find a place that's stuck in the corner of a car park. So that needs to be a consideration. Also, it should be well lit. Here there are lights. So I imagine, I haven't been here at night actually, but I imagine it's not too bad at night. And ideally some CCTV, because people need to feel safe when they're charging at night. Given that there's a welcome centre just there, I imagine they could easily stick a camera up there if they needed to. When you're an EV driver and you're charging, you don't want to just sit in the car necessarily and charge up, even though I quite like that, just relaxing and reading a book or something. But most of us will want to charge and then do something. So that's why it's so important having a shop. And there is a supermarket just there. So many shops, of course, in town, just down that lovely walk there next to the river. So things like that have to be a consideration when choosing a place to put a rapid charger. Now, if you're watching this and in your town or village or city, wherever, you can think of perfect places to put rapid chargers, please send this video to the council. They need to know that it's free. And I need to just stress that it's free. You can put a rapid charger in your town or city or village for free. This is an opportunity to really boost tourism, that's the thing. The more rapid chargers you have in your village, town or city, the more chance you'll have of people coming in and spending money. I'm well aware not many people have EVs in the grand scheme of things. Not many people have electric cars right now, but the deadline is 2030. No new petrol or diesel cars will be sold from 2030. So we have a big job to do to get everyone comfortable driving EVs, and that comfort factor comes from being able to charge wherever, and chargers being visible as well. This is a car park in a city, but what about places outside a city, like restaurants and pubs? Well, let's have a look at what one pub chain is doing. So I'm here at an Osprey charger. This is the first time I've used one of these. And there are two networks that people love to use, Instavolt and Osprey. The advantage with both companies is that they will install these chargers for free. So if you've got some land, you talk to Osprey or talk to Instavolt, and they'll come along, they'll fit a rapid charger, and then they'll pay you rent as well.
So let's start with Instavolt. If you go onto their website, instavolt.co.uk, let's click on For Site Owners and Partners. And this is the bit that you should be interested in. If you are a council or a landowner, this is the bit you want to look at. So you can see the kind of thing that they offer. Increased footfall. Drivers actively seek out your site to use Instavolt's charging stations. That's absolutely true. The same is true, in fact, for Osprey, because they're both reliable. If you've got a whole load of chargers in a town, if one of them is Instavolt, you can bet that everyone will want to go to that Instavolt one more than anything else. So this is more important, of course, if you are a pub or something like that, or a restaurant. If you stick an Instavolt one there, that will drive more people to your place, just because it's such a good brand. Increased dwell time. Drivers spend money locally while their vehicle is charging. That's what I've already discussed. It's just such a bonus, really, for towns. And towns really need this. And reputation. Having an EV charging unit on your premises shows customers you are committed to green initiatives and reducing pollution. And this is absolutely true. It's a marketing win. If you're a council, this is a marketing win. You can say that it costs the taxpayer nothing, and yet it offers so much. So that's Instavolt. They've got more links you can click on here. What we offer, case studies, partner FAQs. Now Instavolt are used, you'd be amongst good company, because Starbucks, KFC, both use Instavolt. Bannatyne Health Clubs and Spas, they all use Instavolt. So it's a great brand. And anytime I've used Instavolt, it's put a smile on my face.
Thank you, Instavolt. You beauty.
So the other ones are Osprey charging, and Osprey are also very good, just like Instavolt. Very good. You can pay contactless, so using your phone or your card. You don't have to set up an app or an account. You don't need an RFID card. And here, if you click on the landlord's pages I've got here, you can see what it offers you. So in fact, they're talking about numbers. They're getting straight in there and saying you can earn £100,000 plus from non-revenue producing car park spaces with a long-term lease and profit share from day one. That's pretty good. I mean, for anyone really, especially councils, that's a lot of money. And I don't know how they're coming to that figure, to be honest. I'm not sure whether that's talking about one charger or a whole bank full of them. But anyway, you can register your interest here or talk to them there. Again, they're very proactive. They're great, great company. And if you are interested, then just register your interest with them and they will talk you through it. So they're the two main options that I'm discussing anyway, Osprey and Instavolt. Either of those brings a big old smile to the face of any EV driver that sees them. And I'm speaking from experience, having driven for years. Now, a good way of seeing just how reliable these chargers are is if we go to something called Zap-Map. And Zap-Map is a website for finding charge points, and you can find out whether they're being used or not. So if I click on the map, so this is something to bear in mind. When people say there aren't enough charge points in the country, obviously you can see quite a few chargers here. We have a pretty good amount of them by the looks of it. These blue ones, they're fast chargers. Well, they're called fast chargers. I call them slow chargers, but actually technically they're fast chargers, but you still have to be parked there for hours and hours. But I'm going to focus just on rapid chargers, so I'm going to click on CCS Combo. CCS is what most EVs use. That's the plug that most EVs use. I'm going to go to networks, and I'm going to choose Osprey and Instavolt because they're the ones that we're discussing in this video. Any of the ones that you see that have a blue outline, so let's just zoom in a little bit and let's click this one here. So there's an Osprey charger. If it has a blue outline, that means it's charging at the moment. So you can see that one says charging. If you see one that has a red outline, that means that there's an issue with it. That could be that the charger is offline for some reason, but it could also be that access is restricted. And at the moment, because it's locked down, that's the case for a few places. Now, both Instavolt and Osprey are pretty well known for being very reliable. So if you do happen to see a charger that is not working, the chances are it will be fixed very soon. And if you do reach out to them, either on the helpline or on social media, then again, they're usually very responsive. But you can see that we've got quite a few, but we need lots more, and that's all up to you. If I just go back and clear the networks though, you can see that there are lots of big towns here that really need some rapid chargers. I mean, Cambridge is the most strange one to me, I think. You know, not one in Cambridge. Isn't that weird? So it's your job to talk to councils, talk to landowners, and get some free rapid chargers installed.
It's a win-win-win situation. If you're an electric car driver, you get a highly visible rapid charger to use. You get a pub or restaurant or facilities to go to. If you're the landowner, you get paid a rent, and it brings people to your establishment. And EV drivers as a whole, they have more rapid chargers to choose from, and it means more of us can go electric. So let's have a look and see how this works. So it says select the identification method, RFID card or contactless payment. I'm going to press contactless, choose an option, start charge or stop charge. I'm going to go start charge, and then I just have to tap the card on here. It says approved. We now just have to select our connector. So I'm going to pick CCS because that's what my car needs. Okay, so we just have to connect this to the car. So it's as easy as that. And then all I have to do is go in the pub, or there's a McDonald's over there. Most of the time these rapid chargers are put in places where you've got shops and toilets and things like that you can use. And that's really important. Councils and landowners don't realise they can have rapid chargers put in for free. It's a massive, massive deal, and it's going to be so great for all of us when that happens. The more, the merrier. If you do get one put in, if you badger your council enough and they put one in, please let me know, because I would love to hear if this video made a difference. Let's just all do this, because it's great for everyone. Please press the subscribe button and the alert bell icon as well to be told when I do other videos, and I'll speak to you later. Bye for now.